Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right, let's do it. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. I'm Jamie Markley. David Van Camp out this week. Back on Monday. There's Scott Robbins.
Yes, sir.
Who's about had enough with Iran. I can tell you that.
I've had enough. I am tired up to my eyeballs with this crap. Okay, stop it. Let's
stop.
No more mollycoddling anything.
What do you mean? Who's mollycoddling?
I don't think they are mollycoddling, but I'm like, we were talking about the Straits of Hormuz and using our
U.S. Navy,
our Navy to protect those ships.
Yeah.
We haven't yet, apparently. Or if we have, it's been a minor occurrence. But it needs to be done every single time. You can't just blow up these ships. You can't just do it.
Because Iran attacked a commercial ship.
I'm just done with the whole damn thing. I really am.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm done with it. And I get it, man. I look at the polling and I say to myself, all right, this is problematic for a number of reasons. Gas prices continue to grow up. You got the midterms right around the corner. This is going to hurt because people still care about the economy more than they do wars.
Do you think maybe you're being a tiny bit of a panicking?
Maybe a little bit, but I start to look at this and I say to myself, okay, where is national defense? Where is this war thing on the list of priorities with most Americans? It's at the bottom.
Okay.
It's at the bottom. And
are you saying now it's not the right thing to do? Yesterday you said it was the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do, but let's get in and get out. Like
are you getting emotional
promised.
Right now?
God, yes.
This happens every Thursday. If you're new to the show, by Thursday, look, everybody's nerves are frayed.
They're blowing up these boats, and this you can't just let this happen.
All right.
This must be met with severe force. Again, it's the only thing that's understood. That's it.
Scott.
Maybe it is time to bring in the Trumpster to chill you out just a little bit.
They've lost their Navy. They've lost their Air Force. They have no anti-aircraft apparatus at all. They have no radar. Their leaders are gone. And we could do a lot worse to one another. We're leaving certain things that if we take them out, or we could take them out by this afternoon, in fact, within an hour, they literally would never be able to build that country back.
I know that's
But how
Trump.
are they continuing to lob bombs into these ships?
They still got missiles.
Well, then let's make sure we get rid of all the missiles.
Would it help you? You put a lot of stock in Mark Halperin.
I do.
Referenced many times how he said we'd have a mental health crisis in this country like we've never seen before if Trump won a second term, and he was right.
He was absolutely right.
All right, Halperin, chill out, Scott, just a little bit, if you would.
You can criticize this 100 ways to Sunday. The metric of success, which is the metric he intended, was to do as much as possible to degrade Iran's capabilities. Again, naval, missile, nuclear, command and control, terror. If the metric of success was to degrade them as much as possible with as little cost and blood and treasure as possible, if he stopped today, he would have succeeded more than every president combined.
Feel any better?
Yeah, let's stop today then. Let's make sure the ships get through. Let's make sure all the oil gets through, and then be done with it.
That. Okay.
I'm tired of monkeying around with these guys.
Remember 4 to 6 weeks? You seemed cool with 4 to 6 weeks at the time.
Until I see this morning. I get up and they're blowing up their, ships that are carrying oil.
Okay.
That hurts us.
Just chill. It's going to be all right.
And we're talking about the National Reserve again. We're going to open up the reserve.
Bring the prices down.
Yeah, let's not Joe Biden that. Let's not just empty it out.
Well, no, that was part of the problem. They're still, restocking it from when that happened. Yeah. And that was all just to lower the prices for the midterms then. This is something that we need. Okay, he brought this up yesterday. He was out talking about all the wins that have happened under his administration. Do you want me to get to that clip before we get back on Iran?
Throw a little salve on me, okay? Yes, I need it right now. Yes.
We didn't plan on opening the show this way.
But I mean, my God, man, you almost have to, don't you?
I don't feel the same way you do.
All right.
I mean, I'm tired of the way the media is treating this story.
It's just one thing after another, yes.
But as far as some of the wins, just as a reminder, okay?
One of the greatest victories we have achieved for hardworking Americans with the help of our great Republican majorities in Congress is no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, and as I told you before, no tax on overtime, which affects you. And every Democrat voted against it. So remember, and they'll terminate it. If they take power, they'll terminate it. We got to win the midterms.
Yeah, that's
We
the
do
plan.
have to win the midterms. Yes, I agree.
And then he talked about Epic Fury.
They knocked out 54 ships in 2 days, but they also knocked out the mine layers. They call them mine layers. They put mines in the water. Lovely job. Isn't that nice? Blow up ships. And we knocked out 31 of them. But I'm pleased to report that earlier today, the International Energy Agency agreed to coordinate the release of a record 400 million barrels of oil from various national petroleum reserves around the world, which will substantially reduce the oil prices as we end this threat to America and this threat to the world. We don't want to leave early, do we, huh? We got to finish the job, right?
Right, Scott.
We don't want to go back every 2 years.
Right, Scott.
All right, well, somebody tell the guy at Casey's then to lower the damn price. Oil's coming.
Oh, gosh. See, I know we watch all sorts of news just to get ready for the show, but a part of that is watching, call it legacy media, call it synchronized media, sort of all in concert together. This is a terrible mistake. Was that Miles Taylor, the former chief of staff for the Department of Homeland Security? Give me a break with this guy. Listen.
Donald Trump is like the guy who runs into a crowded theater and yells fire. He created this huge panic in the region, a huge conflict, but instead of putting the fire out, he's now closing the doors to the theater. And he's allowing the thing to burn. Because even if he exits right now and he ends it quickly, the chaos is still going to be enormous. And if it continues, it's going to burn to the ground.
No, there were a lot of dominoes with this, and one was you're putting up with these people for 50 years. Their whole goal, death to America, death to Israel. That's what they live for.
And that,
never going to stop.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is your dumber than hell take of the week.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
When Donald Trump started this?
You want to hear a take that's far worse?
Yeah.
That is one of the most brain-dead takes that you can
We have
imagine.
another one?
Did you know we attacked Iran so we would stop talking about Nancy Guthrie?
Nobody said that.
Oh, really?
Nobody said that.
I don't even have to tell you who it is because you'll recognize the voice.
Oh.
Roll it!
You know, and I was thinking about it yesterday because I thought, well, okay, why haven't we been talking about Savannah Guthrie and what's going on there?
And her mother.
Why haven't we not been Why have we not been talking about the Epstein files? Because that's still there.
Yeah.
This is meant to get us so worked up that we are unable to see anything else.
That's right, yeah.
You know, only in America can you be that stupid and still rise to the heights of wealth like she has. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
So Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we want to continue to talk about Nancy Guthrie if there were something to talk about, which there isn't right now?
I don't know. Trump just was tired of talking about Nancy Guthrie, apparently, so much that he's like, I think I want to bomb Iran.
Yeah, and the Epstein files, of course, gets thrown in there as well. So,
yeah to distract. So the day after Bill Clinton testifies on the Epstein files is when you go ahead, and that's when you want to distract? It doesn't make any sense. But isn't that always the dumb take? Hey, this happened to distract from.
Yeah, just
never well thought out. John Fetterman's had enough, by the way, with the way media's covering
John
this.
Fetterman is the voice of reason in this wilderness.
In the Democratic Party?
Yes.
He was talking about the New York Times.
But what I'm saying that whether like it's the New York Times, they're making it more and more trying to convince America that this has been a disaster or things are out of control, and that's just categorically not true on that.
Yeah. So there are some sane people out there.
God, I can't believe the Whoopi Goldberg clip.
That's astounding, isn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You're distracting from Nancy Guthrie.
Yeah.
And you're distracting from the Epstein files, so let's start a war in the Middle East.
Correct.
Okay.
Hey, did you hear the one on CNN? Paul Begala? And Scott Jennings is there. Because the big controversy with the Department of War ordering all the steak and lobster.
Oh, God, I heard about this.
To give to the troops.
Yeah, which is not unusual, by the way.
Well, not only that, it's morale.
Yeah.
Of anyone that deserves it, there you go.
Been doing it for a long, long time.
Democrats, they don't care about the $9 billion in fraud in Minnesota. Nothing about that.
Nope.
But this money. But Begala's saying it was just for Pete. It wasn't for the troops. He refused to believe it. He thought it was all for him, which is another brain-dead take.
He's a beautiful little snowflake. No, he's gorgeous, and we all just love him, and I'm so proud that he's so pretty. That's not important. You know what's important? He has spent $15 million in 1 month for ribeye steaks, $6.9 million for lobster tail, $225 million for furniture. He spent more in the month of September than most countries on earth spend in their defense.
Paul, do you believe
all for himself? Lobster tails?
All for himself.
Troops are eating MREs?
No.
Do
you believe the Secretary of Defense is personally eating all the lobster?
Wait, he can't eat
the
16?
Troops.
Oh, really? The troops are getting lobster?
Frequently in theater.
Oh, my God.
Troops who are going to work.
Oh, my God.
Great meal. You know that.
They're getting lobster. You are so full of it.
Killed over this.
You're
going to get killed over this. Internet, do something.
I'll end this by saying
they get the gold mine, we get the shaft.
The internet definitely did something.
Yeah.
If you've seen it.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah.
It's the troops eating the lobster and the steak.
Yes.
That's insane. Dude, if you're not for sure and you're on CNN, you don't go with the take. But he was adamant. That's astounding.
Yeah, that in his garage, Pete Hegseth's garage, they've got on ice all the steak and lobster for the next year.
It makes no sense.
That Pete will consume on his own.
But
no, it doesn't make any sense. And it's been going on for a long time. Other presidents have done this. Many presidents have done this in the theater. They try to treat these guys as best they can under the circumstances.
Of course.
Here's another thing I saw on that list. Baby grand piano was on the list of things that Pete spent money on, allegedly of taxpayer money. As if that baby grand was sitting in his living room, right?
I have no idea what it's for. Where is it
for? The Navy band.
Okay.
I mean, but again, you look at it and you go, well, why did Pete Hegseth have a baby grand piano at $23,000 or whatever? What would he want with that? I mean, anybody play in his family? Does he kind of wanted one?
Who knows?
No, that's not for him. It's for this is the thing.
But CNN
Under
with
his
accuracy,
purview, yes.
Abby Phillip had to go out there and apologize when
after an attempted terror attack against New York's mayor Zoran Mamdani.
No, there was not an attack on the mayor.
No, of course not, but you love that story and you're going to go with it.
But she had to come out there and...
This morning I issued a correction first thing in the morning on X for a mistake that I made in last night's show, but I also wanted to do so on air as well. I incorrectly said that the bombs that were thrown by ISIS-inspired suspects in New York over the weekend were directed at Mayor Mamdani. They were not. I failed to catch and correct that mistake in real time, and I take full responsibility for that.
Oh, what
and
is
while
that
we do make
responsibility?
mistakes, it is important to acknowledge and correct those errors when they happen.
Yeah, throw the person who fed the lines into the teleprompter, throw them under the bus. Wasn't me. I just read it off a teleprompter.
And there's no one there on set because they were trying to tell you.
Right.
That was not an attack on Mamdani. You wouldn't have it. No, it's insane.
Yeah.
That's just part of what we'll get to. There's more from CNN.
But the transcription
of just boots all over the place.
Well, they're the Mount Rushmore of it, yes.
Man, oh man. There's a new trend out there, snake yoga. Can't wait to tell you about that to get your reaction. And the 5 stories we're watching today coming right up.
Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
A Social Security update. 70 million Americans collect Social Security benefits today, and millions more will join soon. Now, a new study finds 70% of Americans don't get the full benefits they deserve. But recipients can use simple strategies to boost Social Security benefits by as much as $188,000 over a lifetime. Social Security expert Michael Allen says it's true and reveals 5 key strategies to increase your benefits. It's all in his free special report. Newsmax calls the report your best guide for bigger Social Security benefits. Whether you're getting benefits or soon will, you need the Social Security report. Get it free. Call 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. We'll text it to you right away, along with President Trump's act cutting your Social Security taxes. Call now, 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. Text and data rates may apply.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jeremy Markley, David Van Camp is out this week. There's Scott Robbins. And it's time now for the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. David, as I've mentioned, is the ex-news guy. He usually handles this.
Yeah, but you're doing a fine job, by the way.
I don't know about that. No particular order, really. Story number 5. Iran's new leader has spoken, issued a statement, we think, saying that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed until this war is over.
No sound of his voice, just all text.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
This is a weekend at Bernie's, man.
You think he's gone?
I think he is. Or he's so damaged, he's so injured that he can't speak or show up or appear or do anything.
Is it in bad taste to make a bet on this?
No, it's not a bad taste. You think he's around?
I don't think he's dead.
Okay.
You're saying dead?
Do I want to go that far? Yeah, I'll go dead.
Fiver?
Sure.
You're only down 95.
Yeah. I imagine you could Polymarket's probably got odds on this right now.
Probably. Mm-hmm. Story 4. Iran attacked a commercial ship in the Strait of Hormuz. A Thai flag cargo ship traveling through the strait. The vessel caught fire after being hit by projectiles while traveling from the UAE toward India. Ship had 23 Thai crew members on board. 20 rescued, 3 remain missing. Story number 3, Trump did order that massive strategic oil release, 172 million barrels. Oil prices recently, went above $100 a barrel. So this release is going to occur over roughly 120 days. Will hopefully lower prices. All right, story number 2. And you don't hear this in legacy media. ICE arrested violent criminal non-citizens.
No.
Yeah, illegal aliens.
Kidding me.
Yeah, across multiple states. Among those taken into custody, a man convicted of attempted murder in Jersey, a suspect convicted of sexual assault with a weapon and home invasion in Illinois, an individual convicted of aggravated kidnapping in Utah, a suspect charged with assault against a pregnant woman in Texas, and an individual charged with attempted arson in Illinois. Democrats call those friends and neighbors.
Yeah, youth soccer coaches, all of them.
Of course.
Yeah.
And story 1, check this. A Michigan Democrat has left politics over their faith. The state rep, Karen Whitsett, Democrat from Detroit, announced she will not seek re-election and is leaving politics entirely. She said it came after a spiritual realization that she could no longer reconcile her Christian faith with the direction of the Democratic Party.
Well, yeah. I mean,
some of the points of the announcement was abortion policy, redefinition of gender.
Yep.
She said she's no longer going to compromise her faith for politics, and she'll support candidates aligned with biblical values.
Wow.
And those are the 5 stories we're watching today.
Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Okay. And there's a bunch of different stories we got to get to today. Are you kidding? If you want to stop smoking, you should try magic mushrooms. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
You forget all about smoking.
Yeah. There's the snake yoga story.
What?
Yeah. Of course, that's coming right out of Portland.
Snake yoga.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Polyamory, that's going to be spreading across the nation. You've seen a lot of stuff written about it.
Yeah, that's when you have like 17 wives or something, or?
No, that's polygamy.
Okay, sorry.
Polyamory, you don't define it. It could be as many, there's no definition. Gender, as many people, whatever.
Just a number of partners.
It doesn't even have to be romantically involved.
Okay. Just like pile jumping.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Portland City Council has ruled something on that. Yeah, we'll have to get to that, too. There's a lot of stuff going on out there.
Ruled.
It is a crazy world we live in. And a round of What's Your Story is coming up right here. The Markley, Van Camp and Robbins Show. I'm Jamie Markley. I'm the Gen Xer. The millennial David Van Camp is on vacation. He'll be back on Monday.
Yes.
There's the sexy girl, Scott Robbins.
Yes.
So many different stories. Let's go ahead and take care of the rest of CNN, at least for now. Okay. Saying they just keep stepping in it all week. It's like been monumental. One false statement after another. Yeah. And it seems like they'll just put on anybody with some insane take, and it doesn't matter if they're wrong. They just keep bringing them back. Well, you got a host, Abby Phillip. You got Paul Begala, Bakari Sellers, Anna Navarro, just one after another. Bakari Sellers, this was a beaut.
Lloyd Austin was former Commander General of CENTCOM, four-star general, Pete Hesketh, Fox News host.
Hesketh. He calls him Hesketh. No one ever corrects that, by the way. Hesketh. Saying Lloyd Austin. Now, that was a great Secretary of Defense leader.
And here we go again with the whole four-star general versus Fox News host, trying to demean him, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Go ahead, roll it.
Yes, very different resumes.
Very different resumes.
Decorated military.
Very different resumes.
Decorated
there
military.
is no one.
Can you not acknowledge that the man served?
The man served. Yes, the man served. He
highly decorated.
Not in combat.
Not in combat.
Except
he wasn't in combat.
Iraq and Afghanistan.
I mean, the man served.
And he, I think, had a Bronze Star for his
But my point that I want to get back to is that there is a level of competence that the American public is thirsting for that they are not getting from Pete Hesketh.
Hesketh.
Can you get the name right in first?
No. Competence, he just says, well, he lies. Scott Jennings, I'll just save you. Keep saying, what are you talking about? How? They don't answer it.
No.
And again, we could play clips all day. In the end, the viewership is in the tank, and you understand why. But that's reflective of the whole legacy media narrative.
Oh, it is. And again, they also equate degrees. Like he went to Dartmouth, or he went to Ivy League school, or
right. It doesn't
how
matter.
How could you possibly question the credentials of this person?
Well, we all question everything now.
Because
suck. In the last 5 years, first of all, the, quote, expert class was proven to be liars.
Yes.
And then we found out, well, not only a lot of high schools, a lot of colleges just pass people because, well, they'll go on a lower scale of grading for minorities.
I'm not interested in your diploma anymore.
So what people used to think is, while they earned it, now there's a question mark in everybody's head. And that's the problem with DEI nonsense.
What is it? What is it again? What's he calling?
Hesketh.
Hesketh.
Yes.
Okay, Bakari.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's popularized the military move, the Hezi, from Hesketh.
Let's take a page out of Joe Biden's book and start calling him Beccaria.
There you go.
Yeah, just for the heck of it.
New study from Johns Hopkins University. Serious stuff.
Very, very serious.
Found that psychedelics like magic mushrooms can help people quit smoking.
Yeah, they forget all about smoking.
Well, are you just replacing?
Yeah, they're tripping out of their minds. So what? Yeah.
One addiction for another, or possible addiction,
Well,
maybe?
Yeah, one addiction less than another. I don't know.
I'm seeing the wall, melt. All of a sudden, I don't feel like having a smoke anymore.
Right.
Who would have thought?
To be weeping in the corner.
Says, people who experimented with magic mushrooms as opposed to those who tried nicotine patches, were more likely to want to quit smoking.
And driving and working.
Yes.
Everything else.
Okay. Well, and they mentioned a recent study out of Brown University. Check this. That inhaling cannabis reduced short-term alcohol consumption. Really? You needed a study for that?
God. Researchers have discovered.
Men get aroused at the sight of a naked woman. Isn't this astounding?
Who knew? Until this study, we only had our gut to go on. Now we have scientific backed evidence. Yes.
Well, until the woman was Whoopi Goldberg.
Right.
It had the opposite effect. Again, shocking. Snake yoga, I mentioned that as well.
Yeah, I want to know what this is.
It started out in Portland, of course. Now it's taken off. It's from a reptile shop called Hiss. Hisss. Hiss.
Okay.
An instructor leads the class. This is what this is. While staff carefully handles the snakes. It's mostly pythons and boa constrictors.
Oh, my gosh.
All right? So you're like, why would someone want to do this?
Yeah.
What's the real catch? Some people are there because they love snakes. Others come there to face their fears. It's like Fear Factor or something. So I'll do some yoga and I'll get over my fear at the same time. But one student compared the snakes to a weighted blanket.
In terms of comforting them?
Well, yeah, because they get on you. They're going to make sure that they don't wrap around and strangle you or anything. But they are pretty meaty. If you've ever held one before, you ever held one of those boas?
No, I don't. No, I've never had any desire to hold a boa.
Well, you've never been through your entire radio career out somewhere where someone had a snake.
Yes, I take that back. Yes.
See, we all have.
I did have one. I got a picture somewhere, one around my neck. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weighted.
It's heavier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah.
It's pretty meaty. So we'll see if this takes off across the country.
You ever had a buddy who had one as a pet, and then he fed mice to him?
Yeah.
Oh God, I know. Hey, you want to watch him get fed?
Do you have a weak stomach
then
for
you
that?
go in there and go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're alive.
Well, yeah, and then you see it travel on down.
I know.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
God.
Now, as far as the other Portland story with the polyamory, we'll have to get to that.
Oh, can I tell you one quick thing?
A little bit later. Go ahead.
I know the Hiss thing is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I have a T-shirt, and it's cats with Kiss makeup on, and it says Hiss at the top of it.
This Boomer joke brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Get 50% off the world's best everyday protein. Go to omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their President's Day sale and an extra $35 off. Use promo code. President's sale is going on for a while. The promo code is Markley, Markley, at checkout. Actually, it's What's Your Story is the sponsor there, not the Boomer joke.
You see, Hiss is like Kiss.
Yeah, I get it. You know what's the funnier one?
What's that?
It's the Mike Tyson in Kiss makeup, and it says Kith.
Kith. Yeah, I like
TH.
Yeah, that's good
that
too.
one's much better.
Yeah.
All right. It's that time. Some would say pastime.
Right.
We go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. Scotty, today, what's your story?
Well, this is interesting. Regular use of continuous positive airway pressure, or CPAP. A lot of people have these machines. Now, I know you got to wrap this thing around your face and it's a mask and you wear it all night long, but they say it could improve the sex lives of people with obstructive sleep apnea, especially women.
Really? I know it improved your sleep. I didn't hear this.
This is good news because you're not only going to be more awake and have less snoring, you're also going to be sexier, said Dr. Rafael Palillo, clinical professor at Stanford University. A 1-point improvement on the scale corresponds to a change in 0.1 category level of severity of sexual dysfunction. For example, it would correspond to a person changing his or her perceived sexual dysfunction for moderate use. So if they're like, I'm not really into it, perhaps it's because they're just tired. And once they get this, they sleep better, therefore feel more active.
Got it.
Wanting to be more active.
So when you're saying they would be more attractive.
Yes. So they feel sexier.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's not some freaky thing. A guy has a thing about a mask on his lady.
Yeah. Well, that's all. I'm sure 10 women with masks on is totally legal in Portland somehow.
But yeah, they can all live together.
Yeah, right, exactly.
City council's going to protect them.
That's right. And give them free masks.
There you go.
Yes.
Don't you know somebody that has a CPAP?
My wife does.
And?
Yeah, we got a chandelier we installed. Yeah.
Just since the CPAP came in.
Yeah, just
incredible.
from that. Yeah.
That's why you're always smiling.
Yeah, there you go.
For my story, it's the return of an incredible politician. Now, I know some people said she was the worst mayor in the entire country.
I know this story.
Former embattled Democratic mayor of Dalton, Illinois.
Dalton.
I like to call it Dalton.
I know you do. Just wanted to make sure.
Is running for a seat in Georgia as a Republican.
Yes.
Tiffany Henyard. Yes. After relocating to the area following her scandal-plagued tenure in office.
Yeah, she had to leave Illinois in disgrace.
She once declared herself a super mayor. You know that.
She did, yeah.
Yeah. She's a candidate for South Fulton County's District 5 on the Fulton County Commission.
Oh, my gosh.
Incredible. Now, if you're not familiar, we've followed this for a while, and it was never the biggest story out there, but man, oh man, was it entertaining.
She was something.
The WGN report on her was just an all-timer, and this is the way that report started.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Okay. So what we all learned from that is it doesn't matter what she did.
No.
If you're black,
and
you can't attack a black woman in power. No matter what she did. There's rules here. And those ungrateful constituents in Dalton, they didn't understand that rule. And that report went on.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
Tiffany Henyard considers herself something of a crusader, one who's clearly annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dalton trustees who are in a standoff with her over spending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
You can go into the report a little further because they're saying we can't pay any of the bills because you've spent all the money.
Right.
Okay.
WGN Investigates has cataloged tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on trips, meals, and more by Tiffany Henyard and her allies in Dalton and on the Thornton Township Board, where she's the supervisor. Township credit card records show Henyard and other officials spent more than $67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City. Many of the flights were first class. So were the accommodations. In Atlanta, Henyard and her team stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill came to $13,000. Henyard has refused to explain the specific purpose of the trips or why they travel in such style.
It's incredible. So, as it turned out, Dalton, their bank account fell from its initial $5.6 million balance to a $3.6 million deficit.
Yeah, how did that happen?
And here's the thing, she was never charged.
No, she didn't do a minute of time. Nothing. Left. Resigned, got out of Dodge, and was never heard from again until recently.
Unreal.
You know, and
so now back in Georgia, we'll see if she wins.
How can that be? I mean, it's got to follow you around, doesn't it?
I would think so.
Who would vote for her?
I have no idea. Who would vote for her to begin with?
Yeah.
That is absolutely astounding. But a lot of fun. We'll see what happens.
Oh, man.
Okay. A couple of news updates we got to get to. And, of course, Nimrods in the news coming up.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-970-3355. That's 800-970-3355. 800-970-3355.
March is here, and that means St. Patrick's Day, a big basketball tournament. That means a lot of pizza, wings, junk food, and for some, a lot of adult beverages. That means it's a perfect time to give your liver a little spring cleaning, and you can start now with Active Liver from New Nordic.
Active Liver is a healthy, easy-to-take daily tablet or a tasty mango-flavored gummy with a unique blend of natural ingredients like milk thistle, globe artichoke extract, and turmeric, which work to help your liver flush toxins from your body. Toxins that come from heavy foods, alcohol, and sweets, even from the environment. Tastes good, feels good.
A healthy liver means more energy, better digestion, and you just feel a whole lot healthier. And I must say, it's working for me. So how about you? Want to give your liver an easy daily detox? You can find Active Liver on Amazon. But make sure you search for Active Liver by New Nordic, because that's the only product we recommend. Or find Active Liver at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, or GNC.
Van Camp and Robbins Show. I'm Jamie Markley. David Van Camp is out. There's Scott Robbins.
You're sitting back, you're watching the game. Why not make it more interesting? Shoot your shot on Prize Picks. $50 instantly in lineups. When you play your first $5, $5. That's lunch money, man. It's really simple to use, too. You just pick more or less on stat projections of 2 to 6 players. That's it. No spreadsheets, no pretending to be a GM, none of this other stuff. It's also available for basketball, baseball, hockey, UFC, soccer, college basketball, tennis, golf, esports, a whole lot more. And you got an early payouts feature, too. You're going to love this. Your guy comes out hot. You can cash out before the game's even over. You don't have to worry about that fourth quarter meltdown. It's available in all 50 states. Deposits are easy. Withdrawals are fast. And they're safe. That's the best part. Flex Play, too, is also available. Let you get paid even if one of your picks misses. So if you've got the takes, real takes, hot takes, put them to the test. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MBCR, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. That's code MBCR, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. And Prize Picks, it is good to be right.
This headline jumps out at you at Fox. Senate GOP eyes blame game as Trump-backed SAVE Act heads for defeat.
I saw that.
Senate Republicans know that the Trump-backed voter ID legislation is doomed to fail and are trying to find a way to pin the blame on Senate Democrats. The majority leader, John Thune, plans to bring the bill to the floor next week, but Republicans won't take the route of launching into a talking filibuster despite pressure from Trump and the GOP base to do so. Many people have called for that and have the Democrats for 30 days try to defend it.
Yep.
But they're not going to do it, apparently.
I don't get it.
Thune says we don't have the votes either to proceed, get on a talking filibuster, nor to sustain one if we got on it.
Well, who's defecting here?
But that is just a function of math. There isn't anything I can do about that. I mean, I understand the president's got a passion to see this issue addressed, as we all do. Then get it done. I don't want to hear excuses.
Yeah, me either.
It's voter ID.
I'm done with it.
Look at the American people.
We've talked it to death, okay? American people want it. It seems to be a normal obligation in order to be able to vote.
I know Lisa Murkowski will ask us, like, well, no, not the way it's written.
Okay, fine.
There's one.
Isn't she on her way out anyway? I mean, isn't this it?
Well, they've been saying that for years.
Gosh.
It should be.
Man.
Yeah, that part is frustrating. More on that later. We got to get to Nimrods. Here we go.
When the going gets tough,
Damn it, this is too hard.
the dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods in the News. We go to Pittsburgh. 42-year-old guy, Aiden Smith, arrested a couple weeks ago after leaving Walmart. What for? He had 27 packs of baseball cards hidden in his clothing.
Oh.
He didn't pay for them.
The draw of the baseball card. Mm-hmm.
Not just a baseball fan. He's also the head priest and dean of Trinity Episcopal Cathedral in downtown Pittsburgh.
See.
Walmart said he had been inside that store 5 straight days, and he was caught by their security cameras stealing baseball cards all 5 days.
He's looking for that one golden ticket in there. Those baseball cards.
Stolen cards valued at $1,100. The Diocese of Pittsburgh said they're investigating the situation, and they're with him during this difficult time. How about he's already on camera stealing? That's Nimrods of the News.
Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp out back on Monday. There's Scott Robbins. Trump was talking about Iran, talking about their mines, and then how they took them out.
They started talking about mines, so we hit 28 mine chips as of this moment, 28. Like using the same weapon, the exact same weapon that we use against the drug dealers in the water.
Yeah, the drug boats.
No, it works pretty well.
That sort of thing.
Yep.
And Iran is saying, well, the Strait of Hormuz is closed.
Yep.
Which means oil price is going to go through the roof.
Yep, that's what they're trying to do now. That's their strategy. Can't do it any other way, so they're doing this.
And our administration is saying, well, the U.S. Navy will escort ships if we have to. Then you're saying go.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Go. Do it. Let's go.
And I know that you're saying, get this done. The original plan, 4 to 6 weeks?
Here's what I'm concerned about, okay? I'm concerned about midterms. I'm concerned about the economy because that is still number one on most people's list of things that they are concerned about.
Trump's out talking about it. I understand.
Got to do that, man.
Yeah.
Got to rein that in somehow. You got to figure out a way to get it done before the midterms.
It's March.
I understand. We got months ahead of us yet.
Yes.
But already you're starting to, start to feel some cracks in it. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Listen, I don't run the party, but if somebody were to call me and say, what's your advice? I would say, here it is. Let's try to get this thing done quickly.
Well, I think they're already trying to do that.
And again, the goalposts have moved a little bit on what's victory and what isn't. It depends on who you talk to in the administration, though.
Okay, a guy not known as a staunch conservative, Mark Halperin.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to play this clip every time I hear you sort of panic right now. Because this was from yesterday.
Okay. You can criticize this 100 ways to Sunday. The metric of success, which is the metric he intended, was to do as much as possible to degrade Iran's capabilities. Again, naval, missile, nuclear, command and control, terror. If the metric of success was to degrade them as much as possible with as little cost and blood and treasure as possible, if he stopped today, he would have succeeded more than every president combined.
Okay. Just keep that in mind.
I agree with that because every president combined has done nothing.
Pretty much. By the way, Peter Doocy asked Trump, hey, you said excursion. You've also said war. Which is it, man?
You just said it is a little excursion, and you said it is a war. So which one is it?
Well, it's both. It's both. It's an excursion that will keep us out of a war. For them, it's a war. For us, it's turned out to be easier than we thought.
See? Easier. Like they're ahead of schedule. I know some people don't believe that. That's fine. Media is going to take the other side of that. And then Democrats just get talking points. A guy like Chris Murphy, who hires a PR firm because he's so vanilla.
He is.
And they apparently told him to go out there and say stupid things and be a fighter. So that's his whole strategy. And here he
just
is.
came from a 2-hour closed-door classified briefing on the war. It just confirmed to me it's totally incoherent. We are not going to be able to achieve any of our stated objectives. This is a disaster of epic proportions.
God, that guy makes me sick. I mean, he's told what to say, and he robotically says it over and over and over.
Doesn't matter.
Again. Same story all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Murphy. I wish they'd go, Chris Murphy's going to speak. Let me just go ahead and speak for him, because here's what he's going to say.
Yeah, we got the talking points.
We
it gets sent out. We already know.
We understand where this simpleton is all the time, right?
Yes. One thing you can say about Trump, you never know what he's going to say.
Well, no, it's a wild, wild west, no question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's doing that rally speech in Kentucky, talking about the economy and talking about Iran, and he goes off on Obama, talking about the way he would go up and down the stairs like of Air Force One.
Yeah.
Have you heard this?
No.
Making fun of it?
No.
Roll it.
The only thing I admired about Barack Hussein Obama, which was nothing actually, but the only thing is the way he bobbed down. Remember, he'd bob. Hey.
Now he's mocking it.
You talk about unpresidential. He's bopping. And I couldn't believe that he made it without at least a noticeable major fall. But Biden was the opposite. Biden couldn't even walk up the stairs. He fell 3 times walking up the. And the world watches that and they don't like seeing it, although they actually do like seeing it because they say, what the hell is going on?
So you just never know.
No.
You're at a Trump rally. You're just there.
I don't
for
think
the
he
ride.
doesn't know either.
Yeah, he's just rolling.
He just rolls. Yeah.
That's just all part of it. Yeah.
He's bopping.
And the way he mocked it.
Yeah, there's a lot of visual
And then I can picture it. That's the thing that he's good at. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember Obama doing that. Almost like a little jog. Oh, my gosh. I mentioned this. I feel like I got to say this every time. You're in Portland. You already know. And we've talked about it 100 times. But for the rest of the country, it's like, yeah, there are some real kooks in Portland, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And just like in any liberal city.
Yep.
But not everyone in Portland. And it's certainly not the outskirts of Portland and throughout Oregon.
No.
And they scratch their heads just like anybody else. So there's this story. We talked about this off air a couple of weeks ago. I go, what's the deal with all the polyamorous articles being written? Like this is a mainstream thing.
Well, explain what polyamorous. So that means you can have a million lovers at the same time, or
polygamy
is
generally multiple wives.
Right.
Polyamory is more general.
Without the commitment.
Yeah, it's different kinds of love, Scott.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. It has no limit.
Okay.
In terms of number or gender or morality, really.
Okay. And there can be 5 or 6 at a time.
There can be more than that.
Okay.
Yeah. City government in Portland has decided to include polyamorous relationships in terms of legal protection.
What?
Yeah, poised to be the largest U.S. city to allow polyamorous families to sue over discrimination. And they say families. Well, you don't have to have any sort of legalese to say we're a family. You just all sort of pile in together into the place, into the apartment or the house or whatever.
And the owner of said house, if is the landlord,
cannot
discriminate, has to rent it to you then.
That's the way I understand it.
Okay. That doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
The single-family home is supposed to be for single.
Based on their family or relationship structure.
Holy cow.
Yes.
Well, what if you have an HOA?
Can't discriminate.
So
can't override that. The larger ordinance upholding LGBTQ plus rights allows people to sue over claims of discrimination related to employment, housing, and other areas. So they can claim employment discrimination or housing discrimination or other forms of discrimination legally defined. And they can do it on the grounds that they've been discriminated against because of their belonging to a polyamorous family.
So you got a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
There could be like 12 people living in it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the things that was brought up. So
that's a disaster.
A bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
That are hetero.
Yeah.
They're just, we're a polyamorous family.
It's a flop house. Yeah. Seriously. Everybody's paying $50 a month to just sleep on the floor. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I don't see any trouble in this at
Well,
all.
the statement, it is to establish legally protected family structures for groups of adults who are romantically or otherwise tied together under one roof. Romantically or otherwise.
Okay.
Then what is it?
Yeah, right. Otherwise?
Yes.
Well, wouldn't otherwise be that thing? You got 5 roommates in a 2-bedroom house? I mean, wouldn't that be... What's to stop that from happening?
You can define it however you want.
However you want to, right?
Yeah.
And I got to deal with that.
Yeah, I heard this on a podcast
Okay.
talking about it. Transgender activist Jessa Davis, who's an organizer in Seattle, lives in a non-romantic family structure with 3 other transgender women and 2 toddlers. And she said it's about the law catching up to where we are culturally. Oh, boy. Yeah, I heard Albert Mohler say this. One moral test is whether or not this is an explainable situation to any previous generation. And you're not talking about going back over 100 years.
No.
Go back 20 years.
Right.
And explain this.
Yes.
Like to your dad or your mom, Scott.
Yeah, my dad's been gone about 10 years, I guess, now. Right, oh, maybe a little more than
15.
10. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
So my dad's been gone a while. And again, my dad was a blue-collar Democrat voter his entire life, right?
Yeah.
And to explain to him now that there are women or men pretending to be women who are playing college sports,
Yeah.
and we're just supposed to accept this.
Or there's 5 of them or
And
4 of them in a house
house
raising 2 kids.
Next door to you.
Yeah.
Raising 2 kids. You okay with that, Pops? I don't think
Or to
you
say
would
that's
be.
happening.
Right.
No, you wouldn't
but
believe
we
it.
would believe it.
Right. That tells you something about where we are.
I mean, that's how far the pendulum swung out there.
Well, dude, what it comes down to, think about all the Marxist ideology. It's about destroying the nuclear family. It's about destroying what marriage is, what a family is.
I agree with that.
That's what it comes down to.
And I didn't agree with that about 5 years ago. I would have thought, well, that's a little overreaction. But no, but again, 5 years
said it 5
has
years
gone
ago.
by.
Yeah.
But again, it's like if you don't put up stop signs, if you just get along to get along, they take an inch, then they take another inch, then they take another inch, then they
Of
take
course.
a mile, then they,
That's what it always is.
it just works that way if you don't put your foot down and go, no, we're not doing this.
Dude, the indoctrination and the brainwashing for years now.
Yeah.
I saw a piece, we'll get to this later, from the Federalist. America's dating crisis.
I saw it. I didn't read the article, but I saw it.
I sent it to you.
You had sent it to me, yeah.
Dude, the amount of women now, younger women, that have no interest in marriage or a family.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about a decline in civilization. I mean, seriously, man, it's wild. We'll get to those stats coming up later. You know, knowing that this was Thursday, and we've mentioned it before, that's when nerves are...
Frayed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you're following this all week.
Yep.
Like, I saw a couple of things online that I thought was funny and would bring you and, well, several people joy.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to that.
Whitney Cummings.
Yes.
Meaning on with Joe Rogan. I think all the swearing's out. Anyway,
Andres,
talking about
are you
liberal
listening
hypocrisy.
right now?
He's fine.
I just want to make sure.
There's no cussing.
Please near
it's
the button,
fine.
please.
Just listen and
I
enjoy.
was as liberal. I had blue hair, you guys. Like
Yeah, I remember when you had blue hair.
I rescue pit bulls. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't get any more liberal than me. Like it doesn't
Right.
get any more. But the whole idea with being liberal is like you had me at we're not racist. Everyone's equal.
Right.
But diversity. But then it turns into diversity.
Communism.
Diversity, but not diversity of thought.
Right.
Right. The hypocrisy of it and I think that as comics, we're people who, you know, I may not be an expert in politics, but I'm an expert on hypocrisy. You look for patterns of hypocrisy. That's just what we're wired to do. So it just started to just be like, hold on, you know, we don't believe in gender, but we need a female president. You're like, huh? And then it's like, my body, my choice. Unless it's a baby that needs a vaccine for hepatitis B, which comes from butt sex. Like, what do you, right?
And sharing needles.
And sharing needles. And then, you know, we believe in climate change and sea is rising, but we live on the coast. Like, would you buy a house on the beach if you truly believed that the seas, you know?
No, you wouldn't, actually. And, Scott, you don't have to be nervous.
Great points.
Butt sex, I think, was okay for air. I don't think we needed the censor for that. I think people knew what she was talking about. I saw you get nervous there.
Well, no, she said it. Of course I knew.
A couple of great updates to get to in the 5 stories we're watching today. Coming right up.
Here he comes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for anyone out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Roberts Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp. He's out this week. Yep. Back on Monday. There's Scott Robbins. And now the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Story number 5. Well, the new Supreme Leader apparently has spoken.
Somebody did. I don't know if it was him or not.
We're not quite
sure. There was
no
voice. This was all text. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And said the Strait of Hormuz closed until this war is over.
That's what he said.
Okay. Story 4. Well, Iranian attacks have escalated across the Middle East as a container ship was struck near Dubai. I mean, it's going to be a matter of time before all these neighboring countries are like, all right, let's go in.
Yeah.
It's a huge mistake for Iran to do that. I think, at least from when you hear Pentagon speak on this, it's sort of like they thought, well, this would intimidate all these other countries to tell the United States, stop this. We want it stopped. And instead, it's just angered them. So we'll see where all of that goes. Story number 3, Trump has ordered a massive strategic oil release, 172 million barrels from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve. So the International Energy Agency approved 400-plus million barrels globally. And the release will occur over roughly 120 days and hopefully keeping gas prices down. Story 2, ICE arrested some violent illegal aliens. And you're not going to hear much of that on legacy media. Among those taken into custody, a man convicted of attempted murder in Jersey, he was convicted of sexual assault with a weapon and home invasion in Illinois. Another individual convicted of aggravated kidnapping in Utah. Another person, assault against a pregnant woman in Texas. And someone charged with attempted arson in Illinois.
Oh, they're all just good dads.
Friends and neighbors.
Yeah.
And story 1, interesting. Karen Whitsett, a Michigan state representative and a Democrat, announced she's not seeking re-election and is leaving politics entirely, saying she came to a spiritual realization that she could no longer reconcile her Christian faith with the direction of the Democratic Party. She cited conflicts over abortion policy, the redefinition of gender, and said she would just no longer compromise her faith for politics. She plans to support candidates aligned with her biblical values.
Well, we have learned that Jesus was trans.
Oh, from that nut in Texas,
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yeah, that he was non-binary. And we've also learned, of course, through time, that Jesus was, in fact, an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, I love
These are all
hearing-
things we've learned over the last
I
few
just listened
months.
to a podcast again yesterday of a preacher out of Dallas ripping Tallarico to shreds, for all of his lies about the Bible. That's a wolf in sheep's clothing right there. And those are the 5 stories we're watching today.
Brickhouse Nutrition designed lean for frustrated dieters with 10 pounds or more to lose. So let's get you started right now. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR to add lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
Oscars coming up this weekend, and a survey says only half of us went to a movie theater this last year. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robin Show.
That is stunning. Only 50% of the population went to one movie.
Correct.
Holy smokes.
You didn't.
No, I didn't.
So why are you shocked?
Did you?
It wasn't for a movie. It was for the first 2 episodes of The Chosen.
Oh, okay.
But I was in a theater.
Right.
So I guess that would count.
I suppose.
Yeah.
That's why you got 5 movies or whatever up for nods. Don't know anything about any of them.
It's more than 5.
What is it, 6 or 7?
Oh,
I don't know how
it-
many they did. I think expanded it, I know.
Yeah, I think the day it was announced, we went through how many of
Yeah,
these. Not much.
Oh, what it's about.
I don't think people care about the Oscars the way they once did. I think
Golly,
that's safe to say.
50% though. Wow.
Yeah. Couple of wild updates to get to, and what's your story coming up? The Markley, Van Camp, and Robin Show. I'm Jamie Markley. David Van Camp is out back on Monday. There's Scott Robbins.
Yo, man.
Fox News, breaking news, reports of a car driven into a Michigan synagogue in West Bloomfield Township, which is just north of Detroit. That's all we know for now, just reports. So we're keeping an eye on that.
Jeez, man.
Updates. Yeah. That is troubling. So we'll see what's going on there. Other news out there. Lisa Murkowski from Alaska. Not supporting, at least right now, the SAVE Act, voter ID.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
She was asked yesterday. Here's how it went.
Where do you stand on the Save America Act? Do you, support getting this legislation passed to protect elections?
Not as it is drafted, no.
Why not?
The implementation in a rural state like Alaska is going to disenfranchise an extraordinary majority. And
Time out right there. How?
Well, yeah, I mean,
how?
That's a strange thing to say without follow-up as to why.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you can't just say it and without explaining yourself. What do you mean by that?
Is there something different? I mean, know the layout of Alaska. We got friends in Alaska. Please alert us.
Yeah.
What she's talking about, to me, it just sounds like
We're disenfranchising
BS.
people.
It's what it sounds like.
And well, I support citizenship voting and voting ID. I want to make sure that it's implementable.
It gets implementable.
How?
And then
How many
and then the
ways
door
can you
closes.
implement it? You either do or you don't, right?
That's what it sounds like
I
to
don't
me.
know. Okay.
We're simple people, Scott.
I understand that, but that's a answer that needs explanation. I can't just accept it on just her saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean by that? How, if that's the case, how do we correct it in your state?
And get to work on that.
Yeah, do we
If
have...
it's
Do people,
possible.
I mean, is this one of those things where people don't know where DMVs are? I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe we'll get an answer on that. Maybe somebody else can answer it for us. I don't know.
I don't know. Don't you just think that's a line of BS more than anything?
Well, yeah, it sounds that way. I mean,
That's what it sounded like to
it
me.
doesn't make. I mean, if you're going to say something like that, explain yourself as to why you said it.
I agree.
I mean, let us in on it, okay? Because we don't get it.
Mentioned a piece from the Federalist, and this is, wow, the more time goes on, and you're looking at especially Gen Z, even some millennials, having a hard time just starting a family. And it seems like there are people that want to start a family, but they have trouble finding somebody, and some people call this a dating crisis. So what they said in the Federalist, this was Glenn Stanton, said boys and girls want to meet. They just need some sage advice and encouragement, because right now we have a dating crisis. Okay.
Well, there's like 1,000 ways to date now.
There is, but there are some stats that he mentions in this, because marriage is low.
Yeah.
Not having kids. And what is that all about? 60% of men, 47% of women expressed interest in starting a relationship with someone. This is unmarried adults 22 to 35. Only 60% of dudes are interested in starting a relationship?
Starting a relationship.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're not talking about commitment.
Wow.
And 47% of women, I'm not interested in starting a relationship. That's mind-blowing to me.
Wow.
Like, even if it was someone, like the person you think you've always been looking for? Wow.
Well, so you're so used to getting the milk without the cow. I don't know. Maybe that's it.
But hookup culture is not what it once was either.
Okay,
it's just not happening.
Yeah.
It said a remarkable 3/4 of women, like 74%, and nearly 2/3 of men have never or seldom dated in the last year.
Jeez.
And Pew Research Center reported late last year, maybe you remember this, while girls have traditionally been more likely to say they want to get married one day, boys are now more likely to say this. 74 to 61%. Boys saying, yeah, I'd like to do that. 61% of women. Wow.
I could see maybe boys being cynical based on their older brethren who have lost their house and their car and their, alimony and child support and all that. I mean, where maybe they're like, I don't want any part of that.
Yeah. Well, because the story's told many times that could happen even if the guy did nothing wrong.
Right, exactly.
Like, she could cheat and say, I want to leave, and still get half the stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, legally.
Yeah. I mean, so you might sit back and go, why would I want that?
I understand. But still,
I know.
think people.
But still, with families, you want to have families and kids and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard different people talk about it and say, well, in the end, isn't it worth the risk? You're going to risk anything.
Right. And the commitment is something I think you do when you grow up, But
what do you mean?
A commitment. Make a commitment to something. Yeah.
Yeah, as you grow up. I get what you're saying. Yeah. So, again, and the author's talking about, some advice and some encouragement, bring people along, what are really the important things in life. And then as I'm reading this, I was reminded of this clip that went viral of this woman talking about, she was talking about pizza toppings. And if it's meat, that's a red flag. If it's a guy, he just has to have meat on his pizza.
You mean for reasons for not seeing somebody?
Yeah, that might be a red flag. That might be toxic masculinity.
All right.
Do you want to hear this person?
Of course.
Because if you're thinking, well, yeah, a guy, he's 25. Of course you want to find somebody, but maybe he's running into too many of these.
The way that a man views vegetarianism, veganism, tofu reflects how they view women. I think that if you...
Reflects how they view women. Like if he says, no, I don't want tofu. I don't want vegetarian food. I want, dude food.
Yeah.
That reflects how he looks at women? Well, that's pretty broad.
I think you just stumbled on something.
What?
A new product called dude food. I think that's brilliant.
Just regular guy food?
Yeah, that's all. It's right there in the case. Yeah, dude food.
It's dude food.
Yeah, right.
What's wrong with that?
I love it.
That if you can't reduce your meat intake, you are selfish. What do you mean you can't just have a veggie burger once in a while? The world is dying. Rainforests are being chopped down to make warehouses to kill animals in. I had a bacon sandwich this morning, but I still feel so guilty.
It's okay.
Okay, I get that. No. Absolutely not. I'm with the 60% on that one.
Okay, now I'm going to play this game. All right, you're, say, 30 and not married. She's 27, and in your words, hot as a hammer. Hot.
Can't deal with that.
And then...
Yeah, meat isn't that good for you. The idea of not getting enough protein, that really reminds me of toxic masculinity.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not a hot enough. There's no such thing as hot enough.
There's no way. Dipped in hotness, I'm not going.
No.
That's no way.
Sydney Sweeney, you wouldn't do it. No. She talked like that.
Yeah, you know.
I'm really testing it now for you.
I can bend a little bit, yeah. But that's insanity.
Isn't it?
But I know people like that.
I know.
You know, they're too busy talking about how they're not going to settle, and they end up with nothing 10 years later.
Oh, and they're bitter.
Well,
and then they go out and protest every other weekend. They're going to be out at the No Kings this weekend. You'll see a bunch of them.
Oh, God, is that this weekend?
You told me it was. I don't know when it is.
I think it's the last weekend.
I never.
That's what
paid attention.
the placards I've seen.
Okay.
And that haven't been ripped down and torn to pieces.
They're all going to be out there for that. You know that, man.
Yeah. Miserable.
All right, we do this a couple of times a day. May not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. It's a bit we call What's Your Story, and it's brought to you by the legendary flavor from Omaha Steaks during their spring savings event. You can get premium steaks, burgers, chicken, and more delivered right to your door. Go to omahasteaks.com and get $35 off with promo code Markley. That's Markley. What's your story, Scott?
Well, Team USA has been spared an absolutely humiliating exit from the World Baseball Classic. Got bailed out last night by Italy with a resounding pounding of Mexico last night. Mm-hmm. So Mark DeRosa and his idiocy can live to see another day.
He's the manager.
After he had no idea that the USA may get bounced out if, in fact, Mexico won last night, or if they scored 5 or more runs, which, of course, they didn't do either. So the way you look at it, we can live to fight another day. It would have been very embarrassing if Team USA, loaded with all-stars, would get booted in round 1. So, at any rate, they move on, and they'll play tomorrow night against Canada.
You can't lose to Canada in baseball. You can't.
Well,
would you agree?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Canada felt the same way about us in hockey. So
right, but we can't let that happen.
No, we can't let that happen. No, absolutely not. But a lot of guys well, not a lot, but 3 from Team USA have left the team to move back to their perspective.
Yeah, they're getting the Benedict Arnold treatment.
Teams. Yeah,
on social media. They're like traitor.
I know.
Do you think that's fair?
No, I don't think it's fair. I mean, hey, man, they run the risk of injury. If they do, they're...
So playing for your country is not that important?
No, playing for your country is great. I think it's great. And if you want to stay, that's right. But I do understand not wanting to hang for the whole thing.
Hey, I pitched my one game. I got to go back to Detroit now.
And pitch great, too, by the way. But
gee whiz.
Yeah, no, I get it. Anyway, it's kind of cool that we had the Olympics and the Baseball Classic World at WBC the same year.
And it looks like same year that a lot of your favorites are coming out this year. Michael Jackson, movie.
Oh, well.
You like Michael Jackson. You've mentioned it before.
You make it sound weird. I mean, did I think Michael Jackson put together a run of some really good songs? Yeah, I was in Top 40 Radio. We loved it.
Absolutely. You loved playing those songs.
And I saw him live in concert.
And was it a good show?
Yeah, it was the Bad Tour.
Yeah.
I took my daughter. She was 5 at the time.
Yeah, you would have gone solo. You were a fan. That's no big deal. You were a fan, and it's fine. Whatever. I've got no interest in the movie, but I found this story interesting. There was a fight at the screening of this thing with family members. Gosh. Yes. Because isn't it the Jackson family's putting this out in some way? I mean, it's
I think they were consultants on the film anyway.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything disparaging like him sleeping with young boys.
No, I don't.
Which is a fact.
Well, that's not a fact, but
they slept in the same bed.
Okay, yes, but whether there was any funky stuff going on, we don't know.
Right.
Macaulay Culkin said no. He said no. Nothing ever happened.
Okay. The others said whatever.
Well, did Tito and LaToya get into a hair-pulling match or something?
No, it was Jermaine and Janet.
Oh, man.
Jermaine's son, Jafar, plays Michael in the movie, apparently. Mm-hmm. And so after the movie's over, I guess Janet was griping about everything. She was negative about every scene, the acting, the makeup, how the actors spoke, even how they walked. Right. And that didn't sit well with Jermaine. And so he told her, you're going to miss the wave. You are so jealous. Just get on the wave. Meaning there's going to be a wave of Michael Jackson popularity again?
Might be.
What they're saying?
Could be.
With the whole history, that is amazing to
His
me.
music's kind of come back on the radio, some stations now.
I don't listen to those.
The 80s and 90s stations.
I don't.
Jafar?
Yeah, that's Jermaine's son.
It's like a Disney prince, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Prince Jafar.
Yeah. Can't believe you listen to that stuff. Man. But hey, man, it's like you said, you can't argue taste, but I can. All right, news update and Nimrods in the news in just a few.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected. Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war.
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird. All right.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Okay, if you're watching the game anyway, why not make it interesting? Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Heck, that's lunch money. It's really simple to use. You just pick more or less on stat projections for 2 to 6 players. That's it. No spreadsheets, no pretending you're a GM. And it's available for anything from baseball, basketball, hockey, UFC, soccer, college basketball, tennis, golf, esports, and more. And the early payouts feature, I love it. Your guy comes out hot so you can cash out before the game's even over. You don't have to worry about a fourth quarter meltdown. It's available in all 50 states. Deposits are easy. Withdrawals are fast. And if you want a safety net, FlexPlay lets you still get paid even if one of your picks misses. So if you got takes, real takes, put them to the test. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. It's $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
The Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show. Thank you very much for being here. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp. It's out this week. There's Scott Robbins. You know, if you got a tax problem, it's not something you want to just stick your head in the sand about, try to forget it. Because you know the IRS isn't going to forget.
Nope.
They don't forgive, and they don't get nicer with time, and Scott Robbins knows it.
They do not.
The longer you wait, the more interest and penalties pile up, and before you know it, they're coming after your bank account, your paycheck, your bobbleheads, everything.
Everything.
That kind of stress can eat you up, and it's completely avoidable.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the key, too. You should never fight the IRS alone. Believe me. Whether it's personal taxes or it's business taxes, you need professionals, and we know the system, and so do they. That's where the Tax Defense Relief Group comes in. They step in immediately. They contact the IRS on your behalf, protect your assets, and you resolve your tax issues, too, for the lowest amount allowed by law. That's not hope. That's representation. So these folks have been at it for, 20 years now. They've helped thousands of people deal with the IRS the right way. Real help, real results. So give yourself some peace of mind. Give them a call today. Tax Defense and Relief Group. Here's the number. It's 888-322-0077. That's 888-322-0077. Don't wait. Protect your money, your business, and your future, and do it right now.
News update from Fox. There's a shelter in place for everyone within 1 mile of Michigan Synagogue. That's in West Bloomfield Township, north of Detroit.
And near Ann Arbor, I guess, so around that area.
Okay. Yeah. And so there's been, a shooting. Someone was shooting.
Yeah.
And a car ran into the synagogue?
I don't know if it was the same person that gets out of the car and starts shooting. I don't know. That's sketchy. All the details are right now. But the shelter in place would lead you to believe that the shooter is at large.
The car did crash into the synagogue.
It could have been separate issues. I don't know.
Well, if it's separate, then that's probably planned between the two.
Yeah, that's what I was
guess?
thinking. Maybe he rams it, and then this guy comes in and starts shooting. I don't know.
Yeah, Oakland County deputies say an individual purposely drove the car into the building. The car then caught on fire. Okay.
Yeah, we don't know about the driver of the car, whether that was the shooter or the shooter was separate of the driver. I don't know.
All right.
It kind of sounds like there may be two separate people here, based on what you're talking about, the car bursting into flames.
Yeah. And this was not long after something that happened, well, earlier today. An active shooter was shot and killed at Old Dominion University in Virginia.
Gosh.
Yeah. So obviously keeping an eye on both of those stories as we go to Nimrods in the news.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the news on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's the news. We go to Texas, where a couple of women have been arrested. Check this one. For allegedly using drones to fly plastic crows. I'm looking at a picture one right now. It's got like black duct tape around it.
Yeah.
It looks somewhat real. The plastic crows contained drugs, phones, and tobacco, and they were flying the drones into a Louisiana prison.
Oh, man.
Melanie Jean Worthington, who's 38, and Cassie Marie Cole, who's 41, allegedly piloted the crow decoys to the federal prison in Grant Parish, which is in the center of the state. The pair has already told authorities they were paid $40,000 to pull off the drop-off scheme, but were caught. Wow.
Plastic crows?
Yes.
Yeah.
This wasn't long after someone tried to get 12 gallons of vodka in there. And that's Nimrod's in the news.
Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp is out. There's Scott Robbins.
Yep.
All right, here's what we know in Michigan in West Bloomfield Township. Senior law enforcement, a source there says the Michigan synagogue shooter is believed to be dead.
Why do we have lockdowns all over the place then?
Usually just precaution, safety.
Well, if
because
they
the
believe...
report was someone rammed a car into
Yeah.
it, into the synagogue. We don't know if that person and the shooter are the same person. I'm guessing it is.
Yeah, we don't know that.
We don't know of any injuries or anything else other than this source saying that they think the shooter is dead. So we're keeping an eye on that.
I'm not sure why they think that either, so. Unless they have a body, in which case they'd know. They wouldn't think.
Believed is the way they're saying it. And if it's a source from senior law enforcement, they probably know, but they're not making a statement. He's got a source that he's leaking to.
It could be.
So we'll see.
I don't know, man. Federal and state authorities there. Man, everybody's there. Tons of police force.
We'll see what this is all about.
Cash Patel.
We're all jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, well,
of what this could possibly be.
Cash Patel did say that he has FBI personnel on the scene right now.
Okay.
Gretchen Whitmer said she is tracking reports. Okay.
The governor.
Yeah, she's fantastic. The township police there confirmed the schools are in secure mode, though.
Okay.
It's totally out of precaution, they said. No known threats.
And again, there was an active shooter at Old Dominion in
that
Virginia.
kind of went, yeah.
And they were killed.
Yes.
So waiting for details on all that.
The person who killed him will be charged with murder.
We don't know that.
Well, that's the way it's been, man, you know.
All right. So, of course, a lot of coverage on Iran.
Lots of it.
Yes. You know what? Before you start freaking out, Scott, saying, I want this to be done, I'm afraid about the midterms, everything else. Mark Alperin, who you put some trust in.
I like Mark Alperin, yep.
Did say
You can criticize this 100 ways to Sunday. The metric of success, which is the metric he intended, was to do as much as possible to degrade Iran's capabilities. Again, naval, missile, nuclear, command and control, terror. If the metric of success was to degrade them as much as possible with as little cost and blood and treasure as possible, if he stopped today, he would have succeeded more than every president combined.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big bootlicker. You know that.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. I know.
That's the thing. Now, if you're looking at MS Cow, you know what you're going to get there. It just as an example.
It seems to me that the Venezuela military operation was the gateway drug for Donald Trump ordering this operation in Iran. I think that gave him the false expectations that this would somehow be simple. This is a terrible mistake, and the sooner we end this, the better.
It was going to be simple. He said 4 to 6 weeks. Does everyone forget that?
No. Look, man.
It is what it is.
This is what they're going to do. We know this. Like, it doesn't matter.
Sometimes I ask myself this question as we're getting ready for a show. We pretty much know what it's going to be now. Why would we ever be surprised? And I think when I have this conversation with myself, is, well, it wasn't that long ago where you knew media outlets were slanted one way or another. But you didn't think they would just outright lie and knowingly lie to the audience. And those days are gone. So still, when it happens, I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Well, I think after the election, people were hopeful that after the beating they took, they would somehow change their coverage back to at least being middle of the road.
Nope.
But they can't do that. And I think that's the personnel they have in place. They were taught this.
It's also the people running it.
Yes.
They control it.
But Barry Weiss, who is far from a lefty, or a righty for that matter, is pretty much plays it down the middle. She was just absolutely stomped on.
Yes.
I mean, this is horrible. This is the worst news for democracy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And everything is pro-Israel with Barry Weiss.
Yes, we got that too.
Yes, saying that as well.
But NBC continues to carry, The View.
Oh, ABC?
Or ABC, rather, as a news item.
Which is crazy.
From the news department, yeah.
And if you missed it, I can play it real quick. It is one of the most brain-dead takes you would ever hear.
I was thinking about it yesterday because I thought, well, okay, why haven't we been talking about Savannah Guthrie and what's going on there? And her mother. Why haven't we not been Why have we not been talking about the Epstein files? Because that's still there.
Yeah.
This is meant to get us so worked up that we are unable to see anything else.
That's just like the raving of someone at lunch at the nursing home, which you can give a pass to. She's making millions of dollars doing that.
It's like the group therapy session in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, where they're all just ranting.
Yeah. And then Trump, he'll go out there like, the rally yesterday, Kentucky, and he'll start talking about Epic Fury, which just drives them insane because he has fun with it. I don't know if you heard this.
Epic Fury! Is that a great name? Well, it's only good if you win. You can only do. And we've won. They gave me a list of names at General. Sir, you can pick the name you'd like, sir. I said, the name of what? The name of the attack on Iran, sir. And they gave me like 20 names. And I'm like falling asleep. I didn't like any of them. Then I see Epic Fury. I said, I like that name.
See, that just drives me crazy. Yeah. So you got that going on out there. Here was an interesting story, man. This is an uncomfortable one. The Texas death row inmate that used his final statement before execution to speak directly to the victim's family. Did you hear anything about this?
No.
Okay, this guy, Cedric Ricks, he's 51, killed his ex-girlfriend and her 8-year-old son. And then, before he was executed, yesterday, apologized to the woman's surviving son, who he stabbed 25 times during this attack back in 2013.
Good Lord.
Yes. So this guy addressed 7 relatives of his victims who watched from behind a glass window inside the Huntsville unit prison, said he was sorry for taking Roxanne and Anthony away from y'all, is what he said. He was convicted of capital murder in 2014 for killing Roxanne Sanchez, who was 30, and her 8-year-old son, Anthony, by stabbing them multiple times with a kitchen knife during an argument at Sanchez's apartment. That's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He said, I can't imagine the pain it has caused you. I'm glad I'm able to speak to y'all face to face. I just hope one day you can find forgiveness in your heart so you don't have to live with the pain anymore.
No.
So Marcus, who was 12 at the time, I guess showed no emotion as he just watched. And the dude said, and to Marcus, I always thought about you, and I'm sorry that I took your mom and your brother away. I hate that you had to experience that. I'm truly sorry for what I've done. I hope to find Roxanne and Anthony in heaven, and I can tell them I'm sorry face to face. I hope you all go in peace. Would that give you
no
anything? Nothing.
Nope. Not forgiving you. No. I don't know how sincere you are. I don't know your heart. Maybe your heart's in the right place. I don't believe you, though.
Okay. I was just curious.
You know, you
I don't blame you
killed
for feeling
my
that way.
mom and my brother?
Yeah.
No. We're not
Yeah.
forgiving and forgetting here. I mean, I know I'm supposed to. I know I'm supposed to be the better person in a situation like that.
Well, some would say if you at least try to forgive, you are actually helping yourself.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you can forgive that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you're not going to forget it.
Oh, no, never. No, but to forgive him for what he did? I mean, no, I can't do that. No, I want you to rot in hell. I want them to execute you today. Yeah, I mean, but that's what I want. Right? You shouldn't be allowed to live. No, that's, again.
So even when your own faith calls you to forgive, you can't do it there. Tough.
Well, I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, I know your faith, you know, my faith, our faith calls me to do that. But it's just like, man, I think
it's always easy to tell
I'm a
someone
human
they
being,
should.
too. Well, yeah.
They should. But when you're in those shoes, I understand why that would be incredibly difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't pretend to understand what it's like in their shoes. I'm only telling you, I think I know how I would react if it were me.
Right.
And it wouldn't be, I forgive you. You know, and I give Erica Kirk all the credit in the world for saying that.
Yeah.
To the person who killed
I think a lot
her
of people
husband.
felt that way.
That I understand where she's coming from, but I don't know if I'm big enough of a person to do that. I don't think so.
Well, I appreciate the honesty.
No, I mean, I don't know. I may be alone in that. Maybe I should start thinking in another way.
I don't know that you're alone.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I can't do that.
Everyone's got to decide that one.
Because I'm an eye for an eye kind of guy with that kind of stuff.
Well, I think you can be an eye for an eye and still forgive.
Yeah.
Some people would disagree with that statement, but
yeah, you're probably right, and I probably do my soul a whole lot better. But I tend to hang on to things, Jamie.
Well, these are the kind of conversations people have every day.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan and Michael Schellenberger had a conversation about Christianity, just two guys sitting there having, trying to figure it out. Because Joe Rogan started going to church, and then, a lot of people are like, oh, he's a Christian. Well, not yet. I have part of that conversation. You want to hear this?
Yeah, I would like to hear this, because I've heard about it.
Okay, this is interesting. Just at least this part, roll it.
Like, I'm absolutely fascinated by the story of Jesus Christ. Because if you wanted to come up with a way that people would live that would absolutely be far more beneficial than just going on natural instincts and tribal behavior, and you would follow Jesus' teachings. Like, I can't find a flaw in the way he tells you to live life. There's a lot of religions that involve, torturing non-believers and raping infidels and being able to do terrible things to the people that don't believe your religion.
Gee, who could he be talking about there?
Yeah, I wonder. News to me.
Anyway, go ahead.
There's none of that in Christianity. It's all forgiveness. It's all treating your brother and your neighbor as if they're you. Like, it's a beautiful way to live life.
Are you Christian?
Well, I go to church, and I have been for quite a while.
Okay, so
I've been doing it for the last 3 or 4 years.
But that's not really an answer to the question.
Well, because I don't know. I think it's very interesting, and I do believe that if you follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, you will live a better life. I really do believe that.
All right, I think I got the swear word out of here, by the way. I did edit this.
Please.
And one of the things I talk about is like, the people that I go to church with are the most polite people I've ever met in my life.
I got it, because he said the most effing polite people, which I thought was funny in the
They're
conversation.
so kind and so nice, and everybody lets you out of the parking lot. Everybody's like, you go, you go. It's like the one, like, it works.
He should hang out with me and my Christian buddies sometime. It's not that nice all the time. But I get what he's saying.
No, I do too. I do too.
What's the rest of what he said there?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if people are trying to find an idea, does that mean I believe people came back from the dead? Does that mean I believe Moses parted the Red Sea? Not really.
See, that's where you're like, because it's this thing within Christianity, when someone like Rogan goes to church, everybody wants to like, yes, he's a Christian. Well, no. He's investigating, he's checking it out, which is all you would want.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to decide on their own.
Got to start somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love hearing conversations with guys like that. Schellenberger was like, yeah, get into it later, but it was a fascinating conversation. All right, we got to get to these updates, what's going on, and the 5 stories we're watching today in just a few. You know, everybody's talking about these weight loss injections because, yeah, the results look dramatic. They work by lowering blood sugar and crushing your appetite. But here's the thing. Those injections, no fun and a hassle. There can be some pretty intense side effects. So if you're saying, I want results, but I'm not signing up to stab myself every week, check this out.
Doctors stepped in and created a weight loss supplement called Lean, and the results are remarkable. Lean uses studied ingredients shown to help lower blood sugar, burn fat by converting fat into energy, and curb appetite and cravings. So you're just not as hungry all the time.
Lean is not for the casual dieter to try to drop 3 vanity pounds. Brickhouse Nutrition designed Lean for the frustrated dieter with 10 or more pounds to lose. So let's get you started. 20% off right now, plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR to add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp is out. There's Scott Robbins. And now, the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, in no particular order. Well, first, we're keeping an eye on West Bloomfield Township, Michigan, where a car rammed into the synagogue. And I'm looking at a different update now. Let's see here. What is it saying? That the car was on fire inside the building. And then gunfire?
Yeah, so I guess, it sounds like the guy who's driving the car that burst into flames then jumped out and was shooting at people.
So the suspect is dead and body is badly burned.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe not then. I don't know. This is all very confusing right now.
The Oakland County Sheriff's Office has confirmed to News Nation that multiple agencies are on the scene. Truck crashed into the building, then caught fire before shots were fired.
Yeah, which leads me to believe there were 2 people involved.
Could be.
That if his body was burned that badly, do you get out and start shooting at people? If you're on fire? I don't think so.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, we'll look for updates on that. So
Yeah.
that's one we're keeping an eye on. Another, there was shooting at Old Dominion in Virginia. One person dead, 2 people critically injured following a shooting there. Let's see. The U.S. Army Cadet Command confirmed that the 2 people who were critically injured were part of the ROTC program and that they were taken to a local hospital for treatment. Family of the deceased victim has not yet been notified, so also keeping an eye on that.
Dang.
Story 3, Iran. Well, their new supreme leader has issued a statement. Didn't appear anywhere, but...
No, he's dead.
You think he's dead? We have a bet on that.
No.
I don't think he's dead.
Okay.
But said, yeah, the Strait of Hormuz is going to be closed until the war's over. Trump says, well, we'll have the Navy escort ships if we need to. Story number 2, Trump has ordered a massive strategic oil release, 172 million barrels from the reserve, hopefully keeping gas prices down. And story 1, ICE arrested violent criminal aliens that you're not going to hear in synchronized legacy media. 1 dude convicted of attempted murder in Jersey, 1 sexual assault with a weapon and home invasion in Illinois. There was an aggravated kidnapping in Utah, another one with assault against a pregnant woman in Texas. Real nice people.
Yeah, really nice. Very nice. Well, they're hardworking neighbors.
Friends and neighbors, coaches.
Yeah, just trying to get through life,
of course,
one day at a time.
And those are the 5 stories we're watching today.
Yeah. It's my turn, isn't it? Brickhouse Nutrition designed lean for the frustrated dieter with 10 pounds or more to lose. So let's get you started right now. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR. Add lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
They're saying in Michigan the suspect was killed by armed security at the synagogue.
Okay.
So we'll see if that was the same person that was burned. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
If he was burned that badly, it's amazing they got up and was shooting at people.
Yeah, that's Terminator-like.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So, yeah, kind of a crazy day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Ayatollah thing, the guy, listen, I believe the guy is dead. I 100% believe that.
Okay.
I believe his name will be changed to Ayatollah Bernie very soon because there's something funky going on there.
It is
Why
weird.
don't you appear in front of people? Why don't you use your actual voice to make your proclamations? I don't get it.
There was the report he was pretty badly injured.
There's also a report that he has got the personality of like a turnip. Seriously.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
That he's not exactly charismatic. Maybe that's why.
All right, our update's on the way, and the Scott Robbins trifecta, always a pleasure, coming up. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley. David Van Camp is out there. Scott Robbins talking about what happened at this synagogue in West Bloomfield Township, Michigan, just north of Detroit. Car rams into the synagogue. Guy apparently gets out, opens fire, and then security takes him out.
It was one guy, yeah.
And the Sheriff Bouchard, is speaking, and I think we can take part of that.
Car came to the facility, reached the facility by driving into it, was engaged by security. We believe there is one individual deceased in the vehicle. It's been complicated because there was some fire, to say the least, with that vehicle. We believe that individual is deceased. No kids, this is the important thing, no kids or no staff was injured whatsoever. Okay? So we have no victims other than one of the lead security people was hit by the car and was taken to the hospital for treatment. That individual should be okay. So far, that's our information to this point. We have agencies from all over. Obviously, AETF is here.
Okay. So,
well, I mean,
did you take the same thing I did? So you're talking about maybe 2 people.
I was, but
you're talking about one. Was there a passenger that got burned and the other guy got out and started shooting?
I don't know. Or did he get out and shoot? Did he shoot from inside the car? But it said the body was in the car.
Right.
I don't know.
Somebody else shot.
It's all very confusing to me right now.
A little bit.
He'll be asked, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what he means by it sounds like there's only one person, though. That's wild. Okay. Keep an eye on that one. But thank God no students were injured or faculty members. Nobody was hurt.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a miracle unto itself. So good.
Yeah. Here's the sad thing. You don't think this is going to be the last one of these.
No.
This was predicted a few years ago when you had millions of people coming into the country. No one knows who they are. And there were reports all over. They're coming from all parts of the world. And you don't know what their intentions are.
No. And I also think that every state, and again, we'll see how this works out. Some states already do this, but every state needs to have a security guard at every entrance of every school, whether it's kindergarten, grade school, or whether it's high school, whatever. There needs to be an armed security on duty all the time.
Yeah, when you're talking about administrative costs for nonsense,
yes,
yeah, that would be something that would be money well spent.
You got to find a way to make that work. You just do.
So,
yeah, maybe you can do without one less, PE teacher. I don't know.
Hey,
I love PE teachers.
That's the first thing you're going to cut?
That's well, I couldn't think of anything else off the top of my head. Maybe, no, can't do foreign language either. Got to have that.
Wouldn't you say, honestly, as far as a person's well-being, as far as just basic knowledge of nutrition and exercise would be a good thing?
Yeah.
And even they can choose the exercise. There have been different schools, they've done these studies where even if it was just walking for an hour, that it actually reflected test scores going up.
Yeah.
Body, mind, spirit, bro.
I learned dodgeball from my PE teacher.
I loved PE.
The mechanics of it, yeah.
You needed to learn mechanics?
No,
you just whip it.
No, I know, exactly. As hard as you possibly can.
Absolutely.
Because if you're not leaving Welch, you're not playing hard.
And the smaller the ball that you got, if you could get one that you could grip and just whip it.
Like brain damage could take place.
Yeah.
It's going 70 miles an hour into your head.
No kidding. I saw a thing, man, speaking of sports, talking about the most expensive sports in the world.
Yeah.
Like to get into.
Oh.
Well, it makes sense. Auto racing.
Yeah. Got to have a car.
Well, F1. The annual budget for an F1 team is $215 million.
I know, but it's worldwide. It's a big, big sport. And actually, it's really taken off here in America, too. People that have just had enough of NASCAR and the nonsense that goes on with that.
Elite sailing. Well, yeah.
Whatever.
Polo. All sports we grew up not caring anything about.
Mr. Howell sports. Yeah.
Alpine skiing would be cool.
Yeah.
Ski academies can cost up to $100,000 a year. Whoa. Equestrian. Yeah.
Horses.
Ice hockey was 6th. Travel team at the kids level can cost $20,000 a year.
Golly.
I know the equipment, all that. I didn't know it was that expensive.
$20,000 a year.
For a lot of these teams, apparently.
Oh, my gosh.
The elite teams. And then it's triathlon, cycling. It goes on from there. Just interesting.
Anything like major, like football? Or
no.
I would think football would be expensive.
For you to get into?
I guess
for like a kid?
Get into, but I guess you don't have to buy your own pads and uniforms or anything. So
no.
Helmets. You don't have to buy a football if you don't want.
No, of course not.
Need a glove, to play baseball with.
Yeah, but that's not that expensive.
No.
Like golf, lacrosse, that stuff is fairly expensive.
Their own sticks.
And this, another throwaway story, because we always got a bunch that we never even get to. I know you used to watch American Idol.
I still kind of do occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tuned it on.
Would you say Kelly Clarkson would be the one that had the most success after a run on American Idol? Or certainly one of the top.
One of the top 5, yeah.
She says that she never got the car she was promised.
I saw that.
And she never got the $1 million.
Yeah. What's going on here?
Here's part of this interview. Roll it.
And they were like, oh, you win $1 million or whatever. Da, da, da. No, you didn't. They lied.
Wait,
you did not.
What'd you
No,
get?
it was like $1 million worth of investment in you. And then they said you get a car, and I needed it because my car was bashed in and I couldn't afford the deductible. No, I did not get a car. And then Clay Aiken, who didn't win the second season, got a car and his mom.
She sounds bitter, and I don't blame her, to be honest.
So
it's investment in you.
Oh, come on, man.
You win $1 million, then we're investing.
That's what
so
it
is that going to the label?
Yeah.
Man, what a dirty freaking
Well,
business it all is.
Totally scammed, man. Yeah,
Yes.
the whole thing. And really,
We know it better than anybody.
Well, yeah, we do. We could go hours on that.
Yeah, we could.
Wow. All you naive little garage bands out there.
Yeah, you're going to get taken for a ride. You better sell 3 records at least to get to the 4th one. And you better make your money off touring and merch.
Well, yeah, because you can sell $10 million of your first one and still be in the hole.
Absolutely.
It's incredible.
I don't know if we have time for one of my favorite stories of the day. I don't want to get in the way of your trifecta. Casey's ready. You're ready. Let's roll.
Okay.
Are you ready?
1, 2, buckle my shoe on.
It's the 3 most important news stories of the day.
I hit the trifecta.
Well, at least according to Scott Robbins. It's the trifecta on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
Every day about this time, Scott Robbins' top 3 stories, helped by his hero.
I'm Casey Kasem.
Often wondered how much you received, Casey, from playing some of those top 40 records in your day.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I'm ready. 3.
He was never on the take, not like you, Scott.
You and Dick Clark both. Okay. Never mind.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
3.
Totally straight up, weren't you? All right, got it. A new report is out from something called Do No Harm. It reveals that American children may be able to buy harmful cross-sex hormones from online pharmacies.
What?
Including foreign-based ones without prescriptions. With Do No Harm calling on the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to take action and do it soon. It is amazing to me that they haven't already. The problem is that a lot of these online pharmacies are overseas, and there are 1,000,001 ways to move these substances into the U.S. Chief Medical Officer of Do No Harm, Dr. Kurt Messel, said the center square that the report reveals how online pharmacies may enable minors to obtain cross-sex hormones with alarming ease. He said gender-confused kids should not be able to purchase potent experimental medications with just a few clicks of the mouse. From websites listing online vendors across the globe to marketplaces for home-brewed hormones. Home-brewed hormones.
You almost said something else there.
I did. We found a multitude of troubling pathways that appear to bypass basic safeguards and regulatory oversight. He said they carry significant risk because they're not regulated at all.
Easier to get that than ivermectin in a lot of states.
It is.
It's crazy.
Now, on with the countdown.
Scott Robbins' trifecta top 3 of the day up to number
2.
This is, again, this shouldn't surprise anybody, but we're watching a wave of corporate migration. And there's a list of all these companies that have moved out of these high-tax states.
Oh,
If they haven't already, they're doing so.
Yeah.
Starbucks announced this past week.
Yes.
Getting out of Dodge, moving out. Yamaha.
Moving out of California.
Yeah, 50 years they've been in California.
Yeah.
Heading to Georgia. Exxon. We're in New Jersey for 140 years, relocating everything to Texas. I mean, this is happening. I've got more. Valero. For about a year now, the petroleum giant has been working on its gradual departure from California.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting out as well. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Moved to South Florida from California. Plantier. The company previously fled California to a more favorable Colorado location, and they're moving again. They're going to South Florida this time.
I was going to say Colorado.
Yeah, we
a whole lot
got
better.
there. We thought it would be better. It's not.
Nope.
The Chicago Bears are on the list.
Oh, possibly going
Moving to Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, more favorable. But this is something that's been going on for a long time, and I don't know how many times we have to talk to you about this or tell you about this, but we do, and most of you already agree with us. You know exactly what we're going to say. Anytime you do this to people who have the wherewithal and the means to take their companies and get the hell out, they're going to do it.
Even people that are liberal will move their company elsewhere because of the money.
Because the shareholders are going, what are we doing?
Of course.
Let's get out of here and go to a more favorable environment. Florida, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee. I mean, all these states have prospered greatly from it.
100%.
And it's so easy. It's so simple to fix.
Yes.
And the countdown continues.
Millionaires, billionaires.
Scott Robbins trifecta top 3 of the day.
And finally, 1.
The U.S. is a big country. A lot of accents that you'll run into. Last month, there was a survey that was done. The findings are who has the sexiest talking people of accents. I mean, when you think about that.
Southerners.
Number one.
Would you like a glass iced tea? Looks like you've been working hard all day.
You're pretty.
Oh, my gosh.
Speckled pump under a big red wagon, darling. Southern American English. Number 2, Cajun, Louisiana. Yeah. Yeah. Number 3.
That was interesting.
I'll tell you. Number 3, New York City, English. The New York City got a bit of a slang. Miami English, Latino influenced. They say that's number 5 on the list, or 4. Number 5 is General American, natural accent, just a natural accent, I guess.
Okay.
Number 6, California. We've mocked that one before.
What's that accent?
Kind of the Valley type accents, the Valley girls and Valley boys.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Not surfer like bro.
Kind of surfer. Yeah, I think you could throw that in there too.
Yeah.
Number 7, Boston, New England accent.
Yeah.
We worked for a few of those people at one time.
Ham chowder.
Yeah. Number 8,
they can shove it.
Inland Northern Great Lakes accent, Michiganders, some of those. There are different dialects you can pick up. Philadelphia, English accent. Yeah, they've got a little Philly accent to them. And number 10 is Appalachian.
Those poor people. Always just kicked around, don't they?
Yeah, and number 10 on the list for crying out loud.
And there you have it.
10 of 10.
Scott Robbins, trifecta top 3 of the day. Well done as always.
If you're going to the bars, though, this weekend, you might want to start doing that. Hey there, darling.
That's not going to cut it. That wasn't very good.
I think that's fake.
Yeah, that sounded really...
I can't...
I think you can do better.
Not authentic enough.
We can work on that. All right, there are updates to get to, no doubt. And Nimrods in the news coming up.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected. Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war.
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird.
All right.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Okay, if you're watching the game anyway, why not make it interesting? Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Heck, that's lunch money. It's really simple to use. You just pick more or less on stat projections for 2 to 6 players. That's it. No spreadsheets, no pretending you're a GM. And it's available for anything from baseball, basketball, hockey, UFC, soccer, college basketball, tennis, golf, esports, and more. And the early payouts feature, I love it. Your guy comes out hot so you can cash out before the game's even over. You don't have to worry about a fourth quarter meltdown. It's available in all 50 states. Deposits are easy. Withdrawals are fast. And if you want a safety net, FlexPlay lets you still get paid even if one of your picks misses. So if you got takes, real takes, put them to the test. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. It's $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
All right. The Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp's out. There's Scott Robbins. People talk about the weight loss injections, and they're like, hey, I'd like to do this. I'd like to lose all that weight. That looks awesome. Picture that person, the before and after. But as far as the injection, the needle, I don't want to do that. And then you hear about some of the side effects. You're like, depends, isn't my thing. I don't want any of that, but I'd like the effects. What can I do? Scott Robbins has the answer.
Depends aren't my thing.
Well, that's not everybody, but you've heard those stories.
Depends are my thing. Doctors have stepped in and created a weight loss supplement called Lean, and the results are remarkable. Lean uses studied ingredients shown to help lower blood sugar, burn fat by converting it into energy, and curbing appetite and cravings. So you're just not hungry all the time. No injections, no drama, just support for the things your body already does. Lean is not for the casual dieter dropping 3 vanity pounds or so. Brickhouse Nutrition designed Lean for the frustrated dieter with 10 pounds or more to lose. So let's get you started. 20% off right now, plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR. Add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
All right. The news update out of West Bloomfield Township, Michigan. Authorities say a man armed with a rifle rammed a truck into Temple Israel in West Bloomfield, synagogue there, before the vehicle caught fire, prompting an active shooter response. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard said the synagogue security team engaged the suspect with gunfire after he breached the building and drove down a hallway.
Golly.
This is where it gets a little strange. The suspect was later found dead, though investigators have not yet determined the cause of death. It's also reported it was badly burned.
Yeah.
Because they have not been able to safely enter the vehicle. The only reported injury was a security officer who was struck when the vehicle rammed the building. The sheriff said the officer was knocked unconscious but is expected to be all right and being treated at a hospital. I also saw just, 2 months ago, they had active shooter training at this synagogue.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
jeez.
It's crazy.
Well, I'm glad no students were injured, no faculty hurt. That's good.
Yeah, there'll be more details later. And now it's Nimrods in the news.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Dean.
It's Nimrods in the news on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods in the news. We go to Clearwater, Florida. That's where Roberto Maldonado, who's 46, got 15 straight private dances at a gentleman's club. They only let gentlemen in there.
That's right.
Dances cost $40 a piece. He got 15 in a row.
15?
Yeah. There's also an additional $50 review fee. That brought his tab up to $650. He said, I'm not paying it. I'll pay you $50.
50?
No. So they call the cops. Police arrive about 1:15. They explained to Maldonado, who, by the way, appeared under the influence, the payment was required. Cops say he spoke incoherently and was speaking in circles. He refused to make any effort to pay, so they took him to jail. And that's Nimrods in the news.